All of Me. Setting, a cozy bookstore cafe in a small town. Characters. Lila Green, a free-spirited artist in her late 20s who runs a small art studio. Lila is passionate about painting landscapes and capturing moments of intimacy in her artwork. She has always favored vibrant colors and whimsical styles, infusing her art with a sense of wonder. Emma Carter, a thoughtful and reserved librarian in her early 30s. Emma is introverted and finds comfort in books and the quiet corners of her small-town library. She's an aspiring writer, penning stories that explore the depths of human emotions and connections. Story. The aroma of fresh coffee and the faint sound of soft music filled the air of The Reading Nook, a quaint bookstore cafe where Lila often spent her afternoons. She frequently found solace here, sketching in her notebook while surrounded by the smell of old pages and fresh pastries. One rainy Tuesday, while absorbed in her drawings, she noticed a new face. Emma was arranging a display of new arrivals near the entrance. Emma, with her dark curls framing her face and her eyes hidden behind a pair of oversized glasses, felt an inexplicable pull towards Lila. She had often spotted her at the cafe, but this time, something was different. Lila's laughter echoed through the space, a melody of joy that made Emma's heart flutter uncomfortably. As the weeks went by, their paths crossed more often. Emma found herself strategically placing herself near Lila's table, pretending to organize books while sneaking glances at the artist who poured her heart into her sketches. Lila, in turn, felt a warmth whenever she caught Emma's eye, often doodling the librarian's likeness into her artwork without realizing it. One afternoon, as the rain pounded against the windows, Lila noticed Emma struggling to reach a stack of books on a high shelf. Taking a gulp of courage, she stood up and walked over. "Need a hand?" Startled, Emma turned, her cheeks flushing crimson. "Oh, yes. Thank you." Their hands accidentally brushed as they reached for the same book, igniting an electric connection between them. "What are you reading?" Lila asked, tilting her head as she tried to catch a glimpse of the cover. "It's a classic. I'm always lost in stories about love and adventure." Emma smiled, feeling the weight of their moment. "What about you? Do you create stories with your art?" "Every painting tells a story, I believe. I capture what I feel, moments that are fleeting yet unforgettable," Lila replied, her eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. Inspired, Emma suggested, "Why don't we share our art and stories over coffee? I'd love to hear more about your work." It was a simple proposal, but to both women, it felt like a leap into the unknown. Over steaming mugs, as rain tapped rhythmically against the window, they shared pieces of themselves. Lila painted vivid pictures of her colorful world, while Emma unveiled her dreams of writing novels that challenged the status quo. Weeks turned into months, and their friendship blossomed amidst coffee dates and art exhibitions. Lila began to bring her paintings to the cafe, inviting Emma to see how she interpreted their conversations through vibrant strokes. Emma, in turn, would read snippets of her stories aloud to Lila, who would listen with rapt attention, her heart swelling with admiration. One crisp autumn evening, the store held a cozy art showcase highlighting Lila's latest collection, All of Me. Each painting depicted facets of love, connection, and vulnerability. In a corner of the gallery, Lila revealed a piece dedicated to Emma, a canvas adorned with intertwined colors mirroring their moments of laughter and shared dreams. As Emma gasped, her eyes glazed with tears, Lila took her hands in her own. "This is about us, Emma. Every color represents a piece of my heart that you've touched." In that moment, time stood still. They were surrounded by friends and the warmth of camaraderie, but all that mattered was the connection woven between their souls. Lila leaned in, her heart racing, and kissed Emma softly, nuzzling into the warmth of her spirit. Emma's surprise quickly melted into a smile that reached her eyes. "I thought you'd never ask," she said, breathless. "I've loved you for a long time, Lila." Emboldened, Lila whispered, "All of me loves all of you." And so, in that cozy bookstore cafe, surrounded by the warmth of words and art, their love story blossomed, reminding them both that sometimes the most beautiful connections start with two souls bravely sharing their true selves. From that moment on, Lila and Emma crafted their love story together, each day a new page filled with laughter, adventure, and an unwavering bond that would become the art of their lives. As the weeks rolled into months, Lila and Emma fell deeper into the rhythm of their relationship. The warmth of their newfound love enveloped them like a cozy blanket on a chilly evening. The world around them seemed brighter, infused with the colors of their shared experiences, laughter, and, at times, the quiet moments of understanding that spoke louder than words. After their first kiss at the art showcase, the couple found solace in the little things that made their relationship unique. Lila adored taking Emma on spontaneous excursions through nature, painting landscapes as they spent lazy afternoons in the park. Meanwhile, Emma nurtured their connection with her love for literature, inviting Lila into her world of stories. On comfortable evenings, they would curl up in Emma's modest apartment, the scent of freshly brewed tea mixing with the pages of classic novels as they lost themselves in each other's presence. One evening, nestled under a warm blanket while raindrops tapped gently against the window, Emma shared her latest writing project with Lila. It's a story about two souls finding each other. They face external struggles but ultimately choose love. Emma paused, her gaze softening as she met Lila's eyes. I think I'm drawing inspiration from us. Lila's heart swelled with pride. I'd love to read it. I'm sure it's beautiful. Torn between nervousness and excitement, Emma promised to finish the draft that week. With each passing day, she wrote with fervor, weaving the struggles they faced as a same-sex couple amid a world still grappling with acceptance and understanding. As their experiences seeped into the narrative, Emma began to reflect on her own insecurities, the voice in her mind that whispered that love could be fleeting, that vulnerability could lead to heartbreak. As the seasons shifted from autumn to winter, a chill settled in the air. The town transformed, dusted in delicate snow. Lila and Emma found joy in creating new traditions, like ice skating at the nearby rink and sipping hot cocoa while watching the holiday lights twinkle around them. But beneath the surface of their joyful moments, Emma sensed a growing shadow of anxiety. One crisp Saturday morning, while Lila worked on a fresh canvas, she noticed Emma gazing out the window, a frown tugging at the corners of her mouth. "Love, what's on your mind?" Lila gently asked, concern etching her features. Emma sighed, her gaze still lost in the snowfall outside. "I've been thinking about my story, and about us." She paused, collecting her thoughts. "We've built something beautiful together, but what if it doesn't last? What if we fall apart?" Lila stepped away from her easel and wrapped her arms around Emma, pulling her close. "Every relationship has its challenges, sure. But what we have is special, Emma. I choose you every day, and I want to keep choosing you." Emma leaned into Lila, their heartbeats synchronizing in a moment of silence. "But what if one day it isn't enough? What if I fail you?" Love is about trust. It's about being open and honest, even when it's hard. Lila tilted Emma's chin gently, forcing her to meet her eyes. "I would never want you to feel like you're failing. We will face whatever comes together, side by side." With winter in full swing, the holiday season brought a swirl of cheer to the town, but it also brought an unexpected snowstorm that left Lila and Emma snowed in together. The two settled into their cozy routine, complete with warm blankets, endless cups of cocoa, and open conversations that lasted long into the night. In that quiet cocoon, they found healing in each other, sharing their fears and dreams, uncertainties and hopes. As New Year's approached, Emma penned the last pages of her story, finally ready to share it with Lila. She felt a mixture of exhilaration and trepidation, but she knew she needed Lila's honest thoughts. That night, while wrapped up on the couch, she handed Lila a handwritten draft. Lila read intently, her heart racing as she recognized moments from their life woven into the fictional tale. When she finished, tears brimmed in her eyes. "Emma, this is incredible. You captured so much of our journey, our love, our fears, and how we continue to choose one another." Emma's eyes sparkled with relief and joy. "You really think so? I was worried it was too personal, too raw." Love is raw, love is real. If anyone understands that, it's us. Lila took Emma's hands in hers, their warmth grounding them both. You poured your heart into this, and it shows. Through the barrage of feelings and vulnerability, Emma summoned her courage. Then let's share it together. I want to enter it into a local contest, one that highlights stories of love that often go unheard, stories like ours. Heart racing, Lila nodded. Let's do it. You've worked so hard, and your voice deserves to be heard. The night before New Year's Eve, Emma and Lila shared their writing journey with a small group of friends at the reading nook. As they read excerpts from Emma's story, laughter and tears mingled in the cozy cafe, the atmosphere abuzz with love and acceptance. Lila watched with pride, knowing they had built something extraordinary together. As the clock ticked down to midnight, the warmth of their community surrounded them. When the countdown hit 0, Lila and Emma stood among their friends, nestled together, hearts full of hope and love for the future. Happy New Year, they cheered, laughter erupting as confetti filled the air. Emma turned to Lila, her heart inflating with gratitude and affection. To new stories, new adventures, and all of me loving all of you. Lila grinned, pulling Emma closer. Always. As fireworks lit up the night sky, illuminating the town in a burst of colors, Lila and Emma shared a gentle kiss that tasted of love, possibility, and dreams yet to be painted. They were ready for the world ahead, hand in hand, ready to embrace everything life had to offer, together. With the dawn of the new year, Lila and Emma's lives began to shift in the most exciting ways. Fueled by creative energy and the support of their friends, Emma submitted her story to the contest, heart pounding with anticipation. Both women knew that regardless of the outcome, this was merely the beginning of new adventures together. As the weeks passed by, they continued to explore their love for each other and the world around them. They hosted art shows at the Reading Nook, collaborated on community projects, and took spontaneous weekend trips to nearby art festivals. Each moment deepened their bond, their laughter carrying them through life's challenges. Then, one late afternoon, an email arrived. The subject line read, "Congratulations." Emma's heart raced as she opened it. She gasped, a mixture of disbelief and joy washing over her. Lila. I won. They're going to publish my story. Lila jumped up, enveloping Emma in an ecstatic embrace. I knew you could do it. This is amazing. Tears of joy streamed down Emma's cheeks. I can't believe it's happening. They loved the message of love and acceptance, a story that mirrors our journey, after all. Lila placed a gentle hand on Emma's cheek, her thumb brushing away the tears. You have an incredible gift, Emma. You have the power to inspire others, just like you've inspired me. In the following months, as Emma prepared for her book launch, she and Lila decided to collaborate on a community event centered around love and acceptance, titled All of Us, a night that would showcase LGBTQ+ artists and storytellers. Excitement crackled in the air as they planned the event together, each moment solidifying their partnership, creatively and emotionally. Finally, the day of the launch event arrived. The atmosphere at the Reading Nook was electric, filled with laughter, creative energy, and an undercurrent of love. Emma's heart raced as she stood at the podium, her book glowing in her hands. She spoke to a crowd of friends, family, and fellow creatives, reciting passages that captured the essence of her story. When she finished, the crowd erupted into applause, and Lila couldn't help but feel an overwhelming sense of pride. Later that evening, under the soft glow of fairy lights, Lila took Emma's hand, leading her outside for a moment of tranquility. You were incredible tonight, Lila whispered, her voice full of admiration. Emma looked at Lila, her expression filled with love. I wouldn't be here without you. Your support gave me the strength to share my truth. With the stars twinkling above them, Lila took a deep breath, feeling the weight of the moment. There's something I've been thinking about, Emma. She paused, nervousness bubbling to the surface. In our journey together, I've realized that I want to move forward with you, always. I hope to grow alongside you, to dream our dreams together. Emma smiled back, her heart swelling. I want that too. With the pulses of anticipation surrounding them, Lila reached into her jacket pocket, revealing a delicate silver ring, adorned with tiny interlocking circles that symbolized unity and eternity. Will you wear this? Will you be my partner in every sense of the word? Emma gasped, hands covering her mouth in utter surprise. Lila. Marry me. Let's create a life woven together, full of laughter, art, stories, and love. I want to share all of me with you, now and forever. Tears glistened in Emma's eyes as she nodded vigorously, her voice catching. Yes. 1,000 times, yes. Lila slipped the ring onto Emma's finger, both women enveloped in a warm embrace, swaying gently beneath the stars. Each heartbeat echoed a promise of forever, a lifetime of creativity and love intertwined. As they returned to their celebration, everyone around them sensed the magic of the moment. Friends and family rushed to congratulate them, joy lighting up the room like confetti. The couple shared laughter and tears, the love palpable among their community. Months slipped by like pages turning in a book, and as spring approached, Lila and Emma found themselves knee-deep in wedding preparations. They chose a picturesque botanical garden as their venue, celebrating their love in a vibrant setting reflective of their journey and their passions. On the day of their wedding, surrounded by friends, family, and the beauty of blossoms bursting into life, Lila and Emma stood hand in hand. The sun cast a golden glow over them as they shared heartfelt vows, each word resonating with the truth of their love and commitment to one another. I promise to celebrate your victories and support you through every challenge, to always be your cheerleader and your partner in crime, Lila vowed, her voice steady and true. Emma responded with tears in her eyes, I promise to find joy in every moment with you, to uplift you, love you fiercely and unconditionally, through every season of life. When they exchanged rings, affirming their lifelong commitment, a sense of joy and fulfillment enveloped them. As they sealed their vows with a kiss, the world around them erupted in applause, and the air was filled with love. That evening, Lila and Emma danced under the stars, lost in a moment that felt infinite, surrounded by the people who cherished them. Their journey had not only been about their love, but about creating a space where their stories could inspire others. With each passing day, they knew their love story was only just beginning. Together, they vowed to continue nurturing their passions, telling their stories, and sharing their truth, one moment at a time. As Lila whispered into Emma's ear, the promise echoed through their hearts. All of me loves all of you, forever and always. The end.